as Pacquiao at his age, which is sad that he has to fight.
Which fighters actually qualify?
Rolly Pacquiao.
Well, Barrios, do you think he beats Barrios?
Don't matter if he beats Barrios or not. Still Rolly Pacquiao. How many losses does Pacquiao have? Oh, that's another thing, bro. Pacquiao another one that don't give a f about losses, and everyone keep tuning in for him, right? Bro, all that undefeated, that don't mean shit if you're not fighting nobody. Nobody gives a f about you.
Fighter of the decade, 1990s. Passing on the torch to Manny Pacquiao, fighter of the 2000.
Right.
Any advice tonight for him?
Just be smart. Don't get overly aggressive. Try to be smart with your aggression. Take your shots when you can, but don't go out there to just strictly knock him out. Just outbox him like you did last time. And when you get chances, take chances and try to knock him out. If you ever hurt him, finish him. But meanwhile, just sit back and box and do your thing. You have nothing to prove to him.
Any advice for any children and youth on the benefits of sports, not smoking in general? What would you say to them?
No smoking, no drinking, party lightly. Always keep your own mind. That's how I got to where I am now. I always keep my own mind. No smoking, no drinking, no drugs. Stay in your own mind. In your own mind, then you can make your own choices and decisions the proper way. Give yourself the best chance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Salamat. Thank you.
Pacquiao getting back in the ring again for a world title fight.
Well, obviously, you know, it has to be pertaining to any kind of money. You know, it has to be financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with money. One, two, I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring, man, against Ugas. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, you know, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, you know, bigger fighter, knows how to, you know, control distance very well, can punch a little bit. Like, he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, you know, these old legends, they got to get beat up several times before they call it quits. You know, that Ugas fight, I don't know if it was enough for Pacquiao. That's why he's coming back. But Barrios, he can he can finish Pacquiao. There's a possibility that he can finish Pacquiao and basically cause him to go back into retirement once again. But again, what they say, the last thing that leaves is the power. If Manny got any of that power still left in him, if he lands that left hand, he can hurt the young gun. So, but that's easier said than done.
Yeah, I actually think he can beat Barrios.
So explaining, Frank can speak to it far more eloquently than I can. I think it's a disgraceful decision. I think it's a appalling decision. I mean, the WBC make lots of appalling decisions, and I'm not a big fan of them. But the fact of the matter is Pacquiao is a legend of the sport. I don't know why they'd want to do it, whether it's the fees that they get as a result of it or whether it's the publicity. Boxing is in a brilliant position right now because of the Frank Warrens in the world and the relationships that he's developed over the last couple of years with the Saudis. That's opened the door for everybody else. We're getting brilliant fights. We don't need to rehash somebody that's 46 years of age that didn't look great in his last fight, stick him in against a world champion who isn't a great world champion, but that's not the point. The optics of this, the reality of this, there's no necessity for it. Besides the WBC doing it for, I think, illegitimate reasons.
Why? I mean, Frank, you know the sport inside out. It seems to me, why does boxing always seem to allow for these kind of stories to manifest themselves?
Well, it's not boxing doing it, it's the governing body. I mean, it's their title and they decide who can fight for their title, so that rests with the governing body. I mean, for me, George Foreman came back, but he came back at an old age and won the title at 50 years. He was 50 years of age when he fought. You know, you look at
but he didn't go straight into a world title fight though, did he, Frank? He built up.
Sorry, that's the point I was going to make. You know, you come in and you test the water. Go straight in for a world title fight is I just don't go with that, and I don't understand that. And you know, and there are older guys who've managed over the years, although they've been active. For example, Bernard Hopkins, who's a great fighter, who fought well into.
Manny Pacquiao against Mario Barrios fight is signed, done for July of 2025. Pacquiao is 46 years old. We haven't seen him in the ring in years. Are you cool with Pacquiao against Mario Barrios?
If I was cool with Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting Keith Thurman, I'm definitely going to be cool with this one. Barrios is not a puncher. Thurman was one of the biggest punchers in boxing. I think he's going to be just fine.
If Pacquiao wants to come back as a Hall of Famer and fight one more time, whatever. He didn't look good against Yordenis Ugas, and that was 5 years ago. We've seen him in these exhibitions looking fleshy, to say the least. It's meaningless because if Barrios wins, he's never going to fight a Boots Ennis. If Pacquiao wins, he's not going to fight anybody ever again. So I'm kind of indifferent to the whole thing.
You know what I mean? But Pacquiao not Pacquiao no more. It's tough to go against him in this situation because if it was some years ago, Pacquiao would beat Barrios. But right now, Barrios, with his momentum, might run and beat Pacquiao up. I mean, not knock him out, but, you know what I mean, beat him on the cards, beat him behind that jab.
Similar to like Ugas, the Ugas fight?
Yeah, like on it's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang, so, I mean, why not? If he can make it happen, make it happen. Because I would love, if Barrios was my fighter, I would love to have a Pacquiao on the record. I mean, I would love something like that. And that's a fight you know you got to get ready for.
It's a fight that boxing fans want to criticize you for.
Yeah.
But the reality is Manny Pacquiao has a diehard fan base that you're going to make money with that fight.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to see other fights at 47. You Stanionis, you Boots, you Brian Norman.
Yeah, but he want to steal as much as he can steal. You know what I mean? Because again, this shit is not forever. Just like anything else, it's going to end. So you want to make some money and you want to do great.
Legend, you know? Very strong. He's very, very fast. And he's still Manny Pacquiao looks like 10.
This guy is everything I would want to be, you know, as a career, as a fighter, because he did everything, like, you know, with such grace, and he did, you know, put up spectacular.
Do you think he's too old at 46 to fight Barrios?
I can't say if he's too old or not, you know. If he get in there and win, then I don't put no limit on an all-time great like Manny Pacquiao.
It's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything and, you know, try his best. That's what Manny. One thing I always learned with Manny is give 110% and try your best no matter what. So yeah, Manny. I know the man that I was sparring. I love that guy. So, but again, he's a legend, and he turns it on.
To have an opportunity like that to spar 250 rounds with one of the greatest of all time. I mean, he won world titles in what, 8 divisions?
8 divisions, 13 or 14 world titles.
Crazy.
It will never be done again.
Crazy.
And as much as you want to see records broken, and you know, I want to break records. That man is a one of one.
Manny Pacquiao, he's going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. He's an inductee.
Wait, he isn't inducted yet?
Not yet. He's an inductee.
Wait. So Manny Pacquiao is not inducted in the Hall of Fame?
Not yet. What does he mean to the sport of boxing?
No, wait. Y'all got me fucked up. Wait. The one
in Canastota.
The 8th division champion not inducted to the Hall of Fame. So, well, I mean, obviously now he's about to be.
That's one of my idols. Like, I really look up to Pacquiao. Like, people don't know, but like, he's one of the people I look at. I'm like, man, like, this guy is everything I would want to be, you know, as a fighter, because he did everything, like, you know, with such grace, and he did, you know, put up spectacular fights. He helped out his community. I'm trying to do things similar like that, but me, I'm more of I want to give back to, you know, like the younger generation. I want to help.
I think Pacquiao is a legend. I think that he's a real good fighter, and I think that people underestimate his skills because he's older or he lost to Floyd. But I still think that he has a lot in store, and I think that he could beat a lot of the top guys here.
So really quick, tell me about Manny Pacquiao coming to visit you. He flew all the way from the Philippines to watch you fight. It's like an 18-hour flight.
That was dope.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Did he give you any advice or tips?
I don't think he gave me a tip. It definitely was fire. to have him come.
Surprise you. And
Surprise, bro. That was fire.
I remember when I fought Errol Spence, and he was the first fighter to ever stop me, and everyone was asking, man, I mean, he must hit harder than Pacquiao and Ruslan. And I said, no, actually, he doesn't hit harder than either. They both hit harder than him. Well, how did he stop him? Like, he hit me with a lot. It wasn't the one punch. It was the number of punches that he landed on me that was able to get me. My trajectory was so fast. It was exponential how quickly I got from literally fighting in my hometown to fighting Manny Pacquiao in Macau. It was such a blur at the time. I was just so focused. I think a couple days ago you said that I was like the nerd in school. Well, I was a nerd in the gym too. I left no stone unturned. I trained so hard. I did everything right. I went to sleep early. All my food was perfect. My training was exceptional. I had all the good sparring partners. I left no stone unturned. And that was the way that I was able to deal with any kind of nerves going into a fight. Homework. I did my homework. So I was prepared. I always knew I was prepared for every fight, even if I didn't know what I needed.
And big pleasure fight with legend, Very strong. He's very, very fast. And he's still Manny Pacquiao looks like.
What can I say about future Hall of Famer, legend in the sport?
only 8th division champion in boxing, and still a champion at the highest level.
Oh yeah.
Manny has so much experience. That man, he could get through anything. As long as they have the right plan, whatever they do, man, they'll be able to do all that.
And there you have it. The boxing world is buzzing again as Manny Pacquiao steps back into the ring at 46 years old. Many fighters, young and old, have shared their thoughts. Some are excited, some are worried, but everyone agrees on one thing. Pacquiao is a true legend. Whether he wins or loses, Manny has already done more than enough in his career. He's a world champion, a national hero, and an inspiration to millions. Coming back at this age shows his love for the sport and his fighting spirit. Fans are excited to see what he still has left, and even the fighters who spoke up say they respect his courage. It's not easy to return at this age, but Pacquiao is not just any fighter. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is Manny making a big mistake, or is he about to shock the world one more time? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more boxing news and reactions. See you next time.